Most of us would like to believe we have free speech. In an ever expanding time of political correctness and hypersensitivity, the majority of us expect our feelings to be catered for and tended to. Social media has permeated throughout society with over 3.6 billion people using social media worldwide. Many of you, my classmates, probably engage in several hours a day of scrolling, watching, liking, and posting on social media. In the United States alone, the average person above 18 years old spends 2 hours a day on social media, while American teenagers spend 4 to 6. Social media is a virus. It inserts itself into our lives and slowly corrupts and transforms the way we view things, ourselves, and everything around us. Among other things like body image issues, misinformation, and reduction of in person engagement, one of, if not the biggest threat social media presents is cancel culture. A mob mentality reinforced by social networking apps like TikTok, with over 1 billion active users worldwide, and Twitter, with 330 million active users, people now have the ability to speak their mind. Or can they? Awareness of the most pressing issues concerning the world as a whole has been manipulated into a way of ruining lives of anyone who has the slightest platform, regardless of age, race, or sexual orientation. Progressivity has become a barrier instead of a bridge. When referring to canceling a person, usually we mean removing them from a position of prominence because of their views, a statement they make, or ideas they stand for. What is it about differing opinions that aren't quote unquote socially correct that scares us? Canceling someone is just another way of saying, here's a person who is ideologically committed to opinions that I personally dislike, so I want to take away their platform. The main issue with cancel culture is the absence of gradation. I can admit, there are instances where people deserve repercussions for what they say or do, but oftentimes the punishment we see is unrelated to what happened and results in effects that are way too severe. When canceling someone, the canceller bypasses the legal due process. There is no complaint, no trial, no prosecution, no conviction, and no presumption of innocent until proven guilty. Behaviorist Uptal Dolakia says, quote, the canceller's judgment that transgressor is at fault is sufficient to trigger punitive action, end quote. Cancel culture catalyzes the spread of misinformation. Not to mention that cancel culture prevents character growth. It doubts change and presumes that the mistakes you made in the past defines who you are now. Simply put, if someone does something wrong, stop supporting them. This confinement to being flawless can have grave consequences. Psychologist Gordon Flett states, I think the reason for that is that socially prescribed perfectionism has an element of pressure combined with a sense of helplessness and hopelessness when referring to depression, anorexia, and suicide. All this being said, let's hold people accountable for their actions in a rational and fair manner. Let us not close off our minds to differing opinions or ideas, and instead expand our boundaries while standing for what we feel is right.